Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Thursday, everybody. How are we doing today? What in the world is wrong with you? Absolutely nothing. For whatever reason, my voice has just been going in and out, but I'm fine. I promise you. So my voice might sound a little deep, a little deep today, but that is absolutely okay. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know I'm in Kings, First Kings, now in the Bible, and just let's just do a little rehash, I guess, little recap, whatever. Um, and just like a little bit of what I've learned about what I'm reading, but maybe if I is that better? Me. No. Okay, so um following the lineage of David, right? That was my whole purpose of starting with Samuel. Well, as of the point that I am now in Kings, David has passed away. But what I have learned from what I have been reading is, or what I already knew, but it just, made the point even stronger, is that God takes the most unlikely, the underdog, you know, there it's not the he takes the most not obvious person to make great impacts. We go back to Samuel. Samuel's mother, she wasn't able to have children. Um, Eli, which is a very special name to me, Eli was the person that told Samuel's mother, hey, God heard your prayer, you know? And Eli's demise ultimately came because he didn't go to God about his sons, which were just, cutting up and doing what they wanted to do. Samuel had the same problem with his sons. Samuel's sons were cutting up and taking bribes and stuff too, but Samuel prayed about it. And that was the difference between Samuel and Eli. Um, but David, where did David come from? David was the youngest of Jesse's 8 children, and he, tended to the sheep. A scrawny young boy ended up defeating a giant, ended up, leading wars and had multiple wives. Also, a lot of I've heard a lot of people say you're not supposed to hearken unto the voice of a woman, but in the scripture, at one point David listened to Abigail, and because David listened to Abigail, which ended up being one of his wives, he didn't have to, kill and destroy a lot of people. Because he listened to her, he was able to get the one person that he needed to get, which was Abigail's then husband, whose heart just turned to stone, and he died. And David ultimately ended up marrying Abigail. But also in David's story, or in David's, yeah, his story, in his story, um, he had a covenant with God, and God told him, I'm your father and you're my son. Even though you may do some things wrong, I will correct you. But, I pretty much was telling him I'll never leave you or forsake you. Well, in that, when David ended up doing some, you know, kind of manipulative things with Bathsheba's husband, he was judged through that child that Bathsheba and he had, the first child, and the child ended up passing away. But after David asked for forgiveness and acknowledged what he had done, Bathsheba and David had another child, and it said the Lord loved that child, who was Solomon. So you go on a little more. Like I said, I'm in Kings now, First Kings, and on David's, I guess, his deathbed, the other sons noticed that, okay, well, dad's getting older, so I think I'm gonna make myself king. I don't remember which son it was, but he just decided that he was gonna be king, and it got back to Bathsheba, and was it Joab or Jehoshaphat? I don't quote me on those names, but definitely Bathsheba. But it got back to them like, hold on, wait a minute. That son, no, that son is not supposed to be the king. Solomon is supposed to be the king. So they went to David. Bathsheba went to David and said, look, I know, you're resting and you're about to be with the fathers, with the rest of the fathers, meaning you're about to pass away. Um, who did you say that you wanted to be king? Who did you want to be is it a predecessor? And he's saying, like, I want Solomon. And like, okay, that's confirmation. So they went to the other son and said, look, David, your dad said he wants Solomon to be the king. So now Solomon is now king after David passes. I'm in the point at the Bible now where Solomon has built his home. It's gold, it's like bark or something like that, and he dedicated it to the Lord. And Solomon and God, they now have a covenant, and God is telling Solomon, like, pretty much, you do right by me, we can still have and maintain the same covenant that I had with your dad. So even though Solomon was like born out of, you know, things were, I guess, technically right after, Solomon had came along, but the people, they love and they respect him. So I just wanted to point out, like, you guys know a lot of my story because I've told you, but I'm still seeking him. You know what I'm saying? And it's never too late. Just pick up your Bible, read, open up your app and read. I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and I will talk to you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.